Today we're going to be working on, I'm going to show you guys, we just got our clutch side case cover from Sport Bike Powder Coating. It's all powder coated black metallic. It's the same thing I've been doing on my engines for a long time. I think it really looks sweet. So today we're going to be just doing a quick video on doing the water pump bearing, the mechanical seal, and then there's another little seal that goes on the inside of this cover right here. Show you all our parts. So here's the seal and the circlip for that little spot I showed you. We got a brand new impeller, we got the bearing, we got the seal, we have the circlip, and then we have the mechanical seal. Show you guys all the part numbers so you can see them. This is fairly easy. Last time I did one of these videos, it was probably like 3 years ago, so we're just doing an updated video for you guys. So I keep getting people asking me for some of these videos, and I'm like, well, you know, I made one a few years ago if you want to kind of just search for it, but we'll figure we'll make an updated one. It's been a while, so let's get to work. All right, we got everything laid out. First thing we're going to do is just put the other piece of the mechanical seal on the impeller. So I've heard mixed things about this, guys, that you're not supposed to touch them. I don't know if that's true. So we're just going to be careful with it and put it in with the plastic. You want to have the white part facing up. That's going to make contact with the other end of the mechanical seal. So we'll get that on there without touching it. And then we're just going to pop it down with a socket. It just pushes in there, just like a little bit of rubber. All right, so that's that. You can see that's in there. Make sure white side up. And then we will go ahead and we will press in the mechanical seal next. So we have our trusty kit from Harbor Freight with assorted tools for pushing in bearings. It's right here. It's great for the smaller stuff. So just be mindful. With this mechanical seal, you do not want to press it in from the outside. If you press it in from here, you will ruin it, all right? And these are expensive. So you want to press it in from this inner race. These things fit perfectly inside. You can see that will not damage this, and it'll press it in and not ruin it. So that's what we're going to do next, is press this guy in. All right, so we just put the mechanical seal in place as straight as we can, and then we're just going to press it in with our trusty Harbor Freight press. That looks pretty good. Show you guys the final product. All right, so we're going to pop in our seal next. So the seal needs to face down against that mechanical seal. So I'm going to use the same tool, but just a larger one. I think this is the winner right there. So make sure it's upside down, and you're just going to tap it in until it's flush. I just like to use a hammer. That looks pretty good. All right, and then we have our bearing next. Same deal. I'm going to use another one of these bearing installers from Harbor Freight, just a little bit larger. Just match it up so you are lined up with the outside race of the bearing. That looks really good right there. Oh, that one's better. Try to pop it in straight and then just tap it in. Looks good. All right, we can pop our impeller in. We have a circlip that goes on the other end. You just put a little bit of pressure on it and it'll push through, and then you can grab your circlip. Right there. There she is. All right, so now we just got to do our seal. This takes a seal, a washer, and a circlip. We have all the parts right here. We're just going to tap that in with our Harbor Freight bearing installer kit. Pretty simple. All right, and the last thing for this cover, we're just going to change out, this is like a seal and a little bearing, and then behind it is a spring. This is for the oil pump mechanism. It's like an oil line, and this is probably like some kind of a stop, and then once there's pressure it opens up. So we have our new spring here, the ball bearing, and then the seal. This thing, it just looks dried out from getting powder coated and sandblasted, so we're just going to change that out. I've actually never done this before, so this will be a first. You can see the seal, the bearing, definitely a little dirty in there, and there is the spring. What we'll do is we're just going to blow this out quick. So that passage goes to where the oil filter is. It's that hole, the larger hole right there, and then it comes out into there, so we can pop this new one in. So it's basically the spring first, then the bearing, and then the seal. You can actually push it in with your hands. That looks a lot better than the old one. Let's make sure it works. Yep.